Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jane and this is Styles by Jane. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. If you're a repeat subscriber, thank you guys very much for coming back. Thank you guys for watching my channel. My channel is focused on fashion, beauty and lifestyle. I bring out videos weekly and I talk about styling. I talk about styling tips and my life as a mom. I'm a size 12 and I wear a large/extra large. I'm top heavy, and I talk about styling tips that would suit women's people that would suit people with bodies like mine. So if you are in that category, or you're just interested in styling and tips like that, don't forget to subscribe. If you enjoy the content in my channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. Like I said, I bring out videos weekly, so if you enjoy this, like it, subscribe for more content like this, and let me know in the comment section what kind of content you would like to see. I'm pretty close to my goal of subscribers in YouTube, so I would appreciate it if you guys just click on the subscribe button to help me get to that goal. Alright, today's video, I have been doing the series on how to slide colors, and today we would be styling greens. Yes. If you haven't seen my last two hauls, Zara hauls, I did get a lot of green. I got a lot of greens, and I kept saying I was going to do a video on how to style it, and I decided to switch it into this. So how to wear green, how to style green is what we're talking about. Okay. Green is a very interesting color. If you see me looking down, I'm just looking down on my note on here. Green is, when you see green, you think nature. Green is just what it is. It's a color of nature. Green represents nature, tranquility, and people usually associate the color green with health, money, envy, green envy, environment, good luck. Green is a natural color. It's one of the primary colors as well. You can see it everywhere, every day you see green. Well, I think green is one of those colors that we no longer see, because it's more like we don't see it as a color, because it's just like a natural thing that happens all around our environment, and we don't pick it up. Our brain does not pick it up as a color. It's just something that's there, and we just recognize that it's there. But green has been very, very popular this season, and green is a color that, it's one of those colors that won't go away. It's always going to be there. We're always going to have green. That's why we have grass, we have nature, we're always going to have green. So green is a classic color if you're looking for something on how to style it. And green is one of those colors that I love very well, because it has a huge spectrum of colors within its blue spectrum of shades within its color, and it's green. Oh, okay, let's talk about green. Green is a primary color, and so it can be combined with red to form yellow, or with blue to form cyan. And again, going back to what I said about green being one of those colors that have lots of shades within the spectrum. So green is one of those colors that you can do monochrome in different ways, because you can pick different colors within the shade and just work it out. Anyway, okay, so pairing with greens. How can you pair greens? Greens are very easy to pair, or maybe to me, but you're very easy to pair. And like I said, you have shades of greens. Like, and this my shade, this hanger here, this hanger rack here doesn't even do it justice. It's yeah, way more shades of green that I have here. I just picked out a couple from my wardrobe that I want to talk about. So green and yellow is one of my favorites, and green and yellow is an interesting combination, because again, think about it. You paired green with red to form yellow. You now take that yellow to pair it with green, and that's where you start seeing colors like this. This is where green and yellow, so when you start getting the lime greens and things like that, this is where green and yellow comes out. Such a beautiful color. Like, guys, if you haven't seen this piece, I featured it in my last Zara haul. This is such a gorgeous piece. Green and yellow is one of my favorite combination. So this is green and yellow mixed together. Now pairing greens and yellow. I love that combination. It's one of my favorite ways to wear green. It's so classic. It's when you think about greens, you think about pairing with yellow. That's the first thing that comes to your mind. Green and yellow is so beautiful because it pairs the nature feel of green with the vibrancy of yellow. it's just, it works, it balances out. It's, and also think about nature. Green and yellow is also a natural occurrence in nature. So when you think about spring and when you think about fall, it's part of the color transitions that happen when colors are changing from one season to another. So it's a natural feel. So that's why I think that's why he works very well. It's just because, again, we're so used to seeing it in nature. It's just something that we are prone to seeing and we appreciate, our brains just accept as a color combination. So green and yellow works very well. I love it. I love that color combination. Yeah, and green and yellow is also another color combination that would balance you out depending on how you wear them. I would say I would usually suggest a darker color at the bottom and lighter ones on top. But again, whatever it is you want to wear. But green and yellow is that one of those combinations that will balance you out and wouldn't make you just look loud. It just, there's a way it balances you out that gives you this nice frame and kind of sections your body, so you have top, midsection, and down, and gives you that hourglass feel if you wear it as a two-piece. Another way I like to pair, another way green would be nice to pair is green and white. I have a bias towards this combination because it just reminds me of the Nigerian flag, and I cannot stand wearing the Nigerian flag around. But that being said, green and white also, it's a natural occurrence again it's a natural occurrence in nature again, because you can see flowers, they're green and white. You can see the white surroundings around you with green. Like, white will go with anything, but white and green just happen so much in nature that it is acceptable as to our brain and to people as a good combination. I would the way I would pair this would be different, because I wouldn't go for a sharp shade of green like this. This really just reminds me of the Nigerian flag. I would go for a more subtle shade of green, like this, and white, just because this is one of those green. This is playing with it's like the green has been diluted with white to give you that light green, that what's it called now, like sage green kind of feel, and play it with white. It works. It doesn't look too loud, doesn't look too shouty. It kind of plays out, balances out. It works like a really, really nice piece together. So this is a good example of the kind of green I would pair with white. Next color combination I would pair is green and blue. Again, another natural occurrence. So think about the leaves on the floor and the sky, and that juxtaposition of colors, it works. Green and blue is such a beautiful combination. Like, they work so well. It's so beautiful. However, it's tricky. Even though it's a natural occurrence, you have to find the right shade to work together, and you might have to play a little bit with the green and have to be like this kind of green that has been mixed with yellow and a blue, but you have to find a shade. It is tricky. You can't just pick green and blue and make it work. There's something that kind of throws you off about it. You have to find the right shade that works for you and the right undertone. It is a tricky one, but if you're able to get it right, it works. It works. It's so beautiful. Okay, my next one will be green and pink. Pink is again that color that is flirty and sassy and just girly, and pairing it with the nature feel of green, it just makes you feel like it gives that womanly feel, like, yes, everything that it is supposed to be. Now, that being said, pink is also another color that has lots of shades on its spectrum. So when I talk green and pink, I would go for a light shade of pink if I'm pairing it with green. So something around the baby pink kind of feel. And this is the kind of green I would pair with pink. This shade of green with pink would work really, really well, and you would see on the styling pieces that I would put together. But this shade of green will work really well with pink, because this shade of green feels like it's green, but this green has an undertone, a slight undertone of white in it, and also has a good undertone of blue in it. So this is more like a dark cyan paired together. This shade, because of the blue in it, the blue would balance out the pink. So this is a good shade to balance with pink. I'm going to try it out for you guys to see. But that being said, you don't have to wait for that shade if you don't have it. You can throw on a typical green and pink just as far as the color works, and you should be good. Oh yes, my favorite, another one of my favorite is green and orange, and you can see I'm already doing that right here. So I have this orange earrings paired with this. I'm sorry, green earrings and my orange outfit. Green and orange is one of my favorite combinations as well. I love it. And green and orange is such an interesting color combination because you actually, orange has a little bit of green in it. If you go back to the color wheel, you have to take green and red to make yellow. And to make orange, you now take that yellow and mix it with more red. So orange has some green in it, and I think that's why it works. Orange has this green undertone. It's like a orange is like a grandchild of green, so it would work. It's the color combination is so nice. If you haven't seen my video on how to style orange, go watch it. I did a lot of green combinations there with orange. That's, you can also see that. And if you haven't seen a lot of my videos, you could go watch them. I do a lot of orange and green combinations as well. But those two, scientifically it works because it's like I said, it's like a grandchild of green, but physically and stylishly it also works. Orange and green is such a good combination together, a good pair together that you can also wear. Just think about the nature feel, the tranquility, the peacefulness of green, and the vibrancy of orange, and just match those two together, and they just balance each other out. And one of them just kind of, because orange is such a color combination that has different color composition in it, and green is such a primary color, you can play with different shades of orange to work with green. Okay, and lastly, green and green. Jane, what are you talking about? Well, you remember when I said green is such a beautiful color because it has so much shades in the spectrum? Green and green. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. You can pick two greens and just rock it out. Unlike every other, like orange, where if you start picking different shades, you might be going more red or more yellow. Green just remains very green. Within a wide portion of a spectrum, and you just get different shades of it, and it's so beautiful. Like, think about it. Like, we're here talking about greens, and these are three different shades of green. I'm gonna get it so the camera picks it. These are three shades of green. Like, look at this. But we're all still within the green family. Even these two, they look really, really close. I'm going to put them together so you can see how, even though they are, you see how different they are? Like, but we're still within the shade of green. We're not moving far. But if we're doing that with a secondary color like orange, you'll see that we're already slightly moving towards the yellow spectrum or towards the red spectrum. So that's why green and green is such a beautiful combination. So I could easily do a lot of monochromatic look with greens, and I'm going to show you guys how I like to do that. Now, if you're wary about just wearing green on its own, then we can talk about prints. Like, look at this beautiful skirt I got from Zara. This skirt has all greens. Like, it has different spectrum of green on it. It's just beautiful. So you could take a skirt like this and pair it with any of these greens I have here, and it just works, because this is what I was talking about, pairing green and green, and just pairing it with any of the skirt, it balances out. Now, you might not have a skirt like this, and you might have a print piece like this that has, this is a blouse also I got from the Zara haul, and these blouse just talks about, this is all green. So let's talk about it. This has different families of green. So it has the lemon green that is more yellowish. It has yellow that you can combine with green. It has cyan, which is green and blue, and it has green, and it has white, which kind of just balances everything. White and black, we kind of balance everything out. But it has this three shades of green. I don't know if you can see it. Like, see this three shades of green? These are all different shades of green within the spectrum. Now, you can pick a piece like this and play it on with green. So you can pick a piece like this and wear with any of the greens, and it just picks on one of the colors to stay. Now, you don't have to have this, but if you have another print piece that has green on it, that would work as well. So green print is also something that you have to look to incorporate into your wardrobe. Okay, now that being said, some of you might still not feel comfortable wearing green as a color. There's some people that just, their color palette just sticks to black, white, and nude. So you can start with green gradually, and you can start with accessories. You can start with earrings. You can start with purses. You can start with sandals. You can start with little piece just to incorporate into your wardrobe till you're bold enough to wear it. But green is such a beautiful color. Green has so much potential. Green has so much potential to become that awesomeness of colors that you can it can just be that color for you. Green can be that color that you want to kind of focus on and build. You can build off greens a lot. You can build off, oh, green is so beautiful. Anyway, I think I'm talking too much. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have questions in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this, please do well to like, subscribe. I hope I've given you styling ideas on how to wear green, how to style greens. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you guys for watching. Stay blessed, stay safe, and stay healthy. Bye.